Alright folks, we are covering great motorcycle roads in every state in America. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the best motorcycle roads in Idaho. So stay tuned folks, because we've got the best roads right here. Okay, here we go with Idaho. If you're able to spend some time riding in the Gem State, you'll see just how much it lives up to its name, as motorcycle riders can find an abundance of majestic gem-like scenic roads. In the northern part of the state, you'll ride around thick forests and crystal blue lakes. Central Idaho will offer motorcycle roads winding through the Rocky Mountains and deep canyons. And the southern part of the state features desert landscapes and even volcanic lava fields. We'll cover some of the most popular rides like the epic Lolo Pass, an exceptional road alongside Lake Coeur, and an unforgettable ride in the depths of Hells Canyon. With its gorgeous lakes and rocky canyons, you'll see why Idaho is one of our country's best states to ride a motorcycle. And for all the work we put into the video here, the only thing that we ask of you in return is to hit that like button for us. It'll help our channel, and don't forget to subscribe either. We've got a lot more videos on the best motorcycle roads in other states in America, so be sure to check those out. And all these roads can be found on our website, greatmotorcycleroads.com. There we have route descriptions, images of what the roads actually look like, and links to the direct Google Maps routes, all of which you can get on the go right on your device. First up is one of the best rides near Idaho's capital. This is the Boise National Forest Loop, featuring Idaho 21, 55, and Highway 17. The whole loop is about 195 miles in length. The Boise National Forest Loop ride will give you the combination of tight twisting roads and high-speed sweepers, all with beautiful scenery. From Boise, follow Idaho Route 21 up to Lowman. The Ponderosa Pine Scenic Road climbs in elevation and will offer some technical curves. And Highway 21 will boast the Sawtooth Mountain Range as its backdrop. Continue on Highway 17 towards Banks, through the Boise National Forest along the Payette. The Banks Lowman Road is a windy, twisty ride through the mountains, and will take you past Lucky Peak State Park. After passing Lucky Peak Reservoir, it's an especially gorgeous motorcycle ride. You'll pass the rolling hills and head up into the mountains. There's a few convenient stops along the way which overlooks Idaho's canyons, reservoirs, and valleys. Then you can head back down south to Boise along Idaho 55. 55 runs along the Payette River in the northern section of the road as you head into the more forested region of the loop. And there's a long, gradual, curvy descent back into Boise. The road winds along cliffs that are almost 500 feet to the bottom. At nearly 200 miles in length, the Boise National Forest Loop ride would make for a fantastic 2-day motorcycle trip. If you're looking for one of the best rides in the Boise area, don't miss this loop ride around the National Forest along Highway 55, 21, and 17. Up next is one of the most dramatic roads you can ride in Idaho. This is the Hells Canyon Scenic Byway, featuring Hells Canyon Road. This is about 22 miles in length. Hugging Idaho's western border is one of the state's best-kept secrets, Hells Canyon, often referred to as Idaho's personal Grand Canyon. The byway winds its way on the eastern side of the massive rift that separates Idaho from neighboring Oregon. The byway is approximately 22 miles long and begins on Hells Canyon Road from Oxbow Bridge near Copperfield, Oregon. You'll then cross the bridge into Idaho before beginning your unforgettable journey along the byway. The narrow 2-lane paved road winds closely along the canyon's towering walls, and it contains several steep grades. This is just an all-around awesome motorcycle riding adventure. The technical nature of this road demands your total focus as you're riding all these twists and turns. So be sure to stop at least once or twice to take in the breathtaking vistas. Although it's one of the shorter rides on our list at 22 miles, the ride around this incredible natural wonder will offer stunning views of the canyon's rugged landscape. And the Hells Canyon Recreational Area features the deepest gorge in North America. And be sure to check out the Hells Canyon Visitor Center to learn more about the Indian pictograph displays on the canyon walls. And to get more of the canyon riding experience, the road continues south into Oregon on Highway 71. The winding mountain road crosses back into Idaho and continues all the way back into Cambridge, where it meets up with Highway 95. But the 22-mile route we've mapped out is regarded as one of the most scenic drives in Idaho. You'll be glad you checked this one off your list. It's by far one of the most dramatic landscapes in the Pacific Northwest. Next up is the Lake Coeur Scenic Byway, featuring Idaho 97, Route 5, and State Highway 3. This is about 74 miles in length. The Coeur d'Alene Scenic Byway travels an area where the lakes, mountains, and beautiful summer weather have made it one of the most famous summer destinations in the Pacific Northwest. This part of Idaho's country varies from open farms to forest along this route starting in the Coeur d'Alene Lake area. Beginning at the junction of Interstate 90 and Idaho 97, the route travels south along the eastern shoreline of Lake Coeur d'Alene. 97 will provide stunning scenery of big mountains on one side and gorgeous lake views on the other. The lake is home to bald eagles and the largest population of nesting osprey in the western states. There's lots of trees that provide shade, and there are many opportunities to stop for excellent photos or just take a moment to get some zen-like relaxation. If you're up for a short hike to stretch the legs and some breathtaking sights, stop at the 3-mile Mineral Ridge Trail, which offers panoramic views of the lake. Not only does this road provide fabulous scenery, but motorcycle travelers will have more than enough sweepers and twisties to keep you entertained. The route continues through gentle hills and dense forests to the charming historical town of Harrison. While the actual byway is only 35 miles, we'd recommend continuing south to St. Mary's and back west on Idaho 5 into Plummer. One of the main reasons why this is one of our favorite motorcycle roads in Idaho is the variety of gorgeous views you'll experience on your trip. This part of Idaho is a land of dense forests, giant cedars, and wildflowers. But on this ride, the scenic views change from mountain lake views into rolling hillside farms as you merge onto Route 3 and west on 5. If you enjoy great scenery, lakes, and rivers, as well as wonderful local folks who are biker friendly, don't miss the Coeur d'Alene Scenic Byway. Just a few miles in and you'll see why it's become one of our favorite scenic motorcycle rides in Idaho. Next is our ride from Victor to Alpine, featuring US 26 and Idaho 31. This is about 47 miles in length. If you're looking for a stunning road with not much traffic, then this is one of the best motorcycle rides in Idaho for you. The route can be started in Victor just a few miles from the Wyoming state line. Idaho 31 from Victor will offer fantastic mountainside motorcycle riding. Pine Creek Pass gets curvy as you climb up in elevation towards the top. There's some nice twisties and entertaining changes in elevation. You'll just want to watch your speed on some of these downhill curves. The road surface can get a little bumpy here, but otherwise all other road pavement is pretty good. Fall Creek Falls is just off the highway in Swan Valley and worth a look as well, as it's easily accessible just off the road. And going around Palisades Lake along the Memorial Highway is a beautiful ride at every turn. The whole ride has everything from flat roads to curvy rolling hills. This is another one where riders will want to keep an eye out for a lot of wildlife in the region, including mountain goats, deer, and elk. The Memorial Highway runs along the Snake River past the Wyoming state border into Alpine Junction, Wyoming. For a longer loop ride, continue on one of Wyoming's best motorcycle routes up Highway 89 and continue alongside the Snake River up to Teton Pass. The Snake River has a lot of sweeping curves up through here. And be sure to check out our website if you're looking for more great roads in Wyoming. If you're in the Jackson Hole area, this is the loop ride to take. But the Idaho portion along US 26 and Highway 31 are a couple of truly great motorcycle roads. For a fun ride with stunning views, don't miss the Victor to Alpine motorcycle route. Up next is what many would say is the best motorcycle road in Idaho. This is the Lolo Pass, featuring US Route 12. This is within Idaho and Montana. It's about 205 miles in length. The Lolo Pass is a mountain pass along Highway 12 and is the highest point of the historic Lolo Trail. You've probably seen this famous sign warning about curves for the next 99 miles? Well, that's this road. The Lolo Pass covers some of the most beautiful sections of the Lewis and Clark Trail, as it takes you through the Rocky Mountains of Idaho and Montana. Riding up to Lolo Pass is a unique, awe-inspiring experience. It winds through excellent scenery with well-marked curves. The pavement quality is also very good. Although this is not one of the more well-known motorcycle roads in the country, Many riders who do know this road say this one may surpass all others for its continuous curves, beauty, and overall riding quality. Even the most experienced riders will appreciate the stunning views on this great road. And when you take into account the historical importance of the Lewis and Clark Trail, the Lolo Pass ride feels like you're embarking on a quest in the true spirit of the early explorers. Just be sure to top off your fuel before starting the ride, as it's a long distance between gas stations. And check out the Lolo Pass Visitor Center to stretch your legs and learn more about the legendary expedition that crossed here in the early 1800s. If you're looking for a great motorcycle road with never-ending twisties, straightaways, and scenery, don't miss the excellent Lolo Pass motorcycle ride. Up next is what's considered the windiest road in Idaho. This is the Old Spiral Highway. It's about 7 miles in length. Just north of Idaho's Clearwater River is a short but wild Idaho motorcycle road called the Old Spiral Highway, and this one really lives up to its name. The road spirals through 64 curves in just 7 miles. Not only that, but it also spirals up about 2,000 feet of elevation from Lewiston, Idaho to Highway 95 near the Washington border. Originally constructed in 1917, this historic road was considered a huge feat in engineering and a breakthrough at the time. While the Spiral Highway is very technical and definitely not a road for a beginner, the curves are fantastic, and several of them are awesome sweepers which seem to go on and on. The road is nicely paved and there's very little commercial traffic, which allows you to take these windy turns up the hillside at your own pace. Motorcycle riders will enjoy the great vistas as you carefully navigate these tight hairpin turns. There will be breathtaking views for just about the entire ride. The Lewiston Hill Vista Point at the top offers stunning views of the town below and showcases the convergence of the Clearwater and Snake Rivers. The only complaint you'll have about this great motorcycle road will be that it's far too short. In fact, once you go up to the top and then come back down, you'll probably find you want to just turn around and ride it again. But despite how short it is, the name really says it all. The Old Spiral Highway is a short and sweet, fantastic road that should be on everyone's bucket list for Idaho motorcycle rides. Last but not least is the St. Joe River Road. This is about 89 miles in length. This route will let you explore one of Idaho's best motorcycle roads along the St. Joe River's edge. St. Joe River Road is named for the towering cottonwoods, which adorn the shorelines and picturesque mountain landscapes. The tight turns along with big sweeping curves will make this a glorious backwoods adventure. And the scenery is fantastic. There's beautiful views that stretch on for miles. While the terrain is heavily forested, there are plenty of small open meadows along the river that provide excellent views of the surrounding landscape. This journey along the St. Joe River can be started in the town of St. Mary's, then travel east along the St. Joe River. As you travel the first half of the byway, the river is deep and still. As far as the roadway, this is a bit of a technical road. There are lots of blind corners to be careful for, but fortunately you'll find very little traffic. While the road continues for a few miles into Montana, the Idaho side is best and the pavement is pretty good. But all in all, the remote setting of this part of northern Idaho, the sheer length of the backcountry drive, and the very clean waters of the river makes the St. Joe River Scenic Byway a great motorcycle trip for those who enjoy riding through remote, forested terrain. The Scenic Byway is truly a recreational treasure and is one of the most scenic motorcycle rides in Idaho. So that's our list for the best motorcycle roads in Idaho. If you didn't see a route that you think should be included, go ahead and let us know in the comments section below. Or if you have experience riding any of the roads that we mentioned, leave a comment on what you thought about them and any helpful tips to go about riding them. If you found this video helpful at all, go ahead and hit that like button for us because it'll help the channel, and don't forget to subscribe either. And just remember that all these roads can be found on our website, greatmotorcycleroads.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.